So, question is, will Jammu and Kashmir deliver a decisive verdict tomorrow, or will the next chief minister be decided in backroom negotiations instead of the ballot box? That's a question I'm putting to my guest this evening. GL Raina is a former MLC and spokesperson of the BJP in Jammu and Kashmir. Joining us on the broadcast, Shashank Shekhar Jha is a lawyer at the Supreme Court. Tausif Shah is a senior leader of the PDP. And Sarfaraz Wani is a lawyer. Sarfaraz Wani, I'm going to come to you first. Where is the confusion? The law is very clear. The act is very clear that the 5 nominated members will be nominated by the LG. Now, nowhere does it say in the act that these 5 members nominated by the LG will be done after consulting the state government or the elected government.
See, I want to make 2 points. First, to me, that this should not have been kept at the first instance. You should not have kept the nominated representatives for the assembly. If you seriously wanted to give representation to the Kashmiri Pandits or to the other categories, you could have reserved seats for them. You could have kept reserved constituencies where they could have fought, and they would have been reserved only for Pandits or only for the refugees, POJK refugees. Number second, if you now keep it, now you cannot keep 5 seats, which is about, I guess, 7 to 8% of the total members. Now you cannot keep such amount of seats at the discretion of the LG, who himself is the nominated viceroy here. So you cannot keep it at his discretion. Now such a discretion should be used by the chief minister himself. Even if chief minister does some favoritism, but at the end of the day, he is the elected person. He is authorized to do that. Number second, now coming to the legal aspect of it. A lot of people were saying that it is, when we see paramateria to the Puducherry, it is to be done this way. It is the discretion of the LG. But I'm saying, read the text itself. When we read the text, I was just checking, when we read it, when it comes to the Act of Puducherry, it categorically says, let me read it for you. Now, I am comparing the 2 acts. The the Section 3 of Government of Union Territories Act, which says that it is the central government which shall appoint. So the word used is the central government. And when it comes to the Reorganization Act, the usage is the Lieutenant Governor. So I am saying Lieutenant Governor has to exercise this power with the concurrence of the elected government. That is the chief minister. Now, if you give
Mr.
such
Wani,
a discretion
the act doesn't say that.
No. The act
Mr.
says,
Wani, the act doesn't say it.
Let me read out
the
both the
act
acts.
Says Lieutenant Governor has to appoint these 5 MLAs. I understand the difference you are making.
The difference is every executive power of the state or the union territory is to be exercised through the Lieutenant Governor. So the term has to be LG. But I am saying the LG has to use it after concurrence, even though it is not expressly mentioned, but it is implied. Because what is the fun of the assembly then? When you give such a vast power, what is the fun of holding elections? Don't hold elections, then what is the fun? When the
Shashank
5 nominated members of the LG, who himself is nominated, will decide the outcome of the government, then what is the fun of having elections here? So I am saying, when we use paramateria,
no, how do we know they will discuss?
Section 3 of Government
Mr. Wani,
of
but who's saying that they will decide the outcome of the government? But no, here's the point. Why are we anticipating that they will decide the future of the government of Jammu and Kashmir? But on the legal point, let me get in another lawyer and then I'll get in the politicians. Shashank Shekhar Jha, just come in here. The argument being made by Mr. Wani is this. Don't compare Jammu and Kashmir to Puducherry, because Puducherry's act clearly says that these 5 nominated members will be appointed by the central government. But in the case of the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act, it clearly says that they have to be appointed / nominated by the LG. Now, when they've mentioned the word LG and the LG's name here, it's implied, according to him, that the LG will have to act at the aid and advice of the elected government. Does he have a point there?
Namaste, Shreya ji and my fellow panelists. Shreya ji, let's first applaud the Election Commission and the Modi government for successfully conducting the first elections in Jammu and Kashmir without much violence. This was the first time we have seen this thing. Now, as far the current scenario is concerned, we need to understand that the nomination of so India is divided into three parts: states, union territories with assemblies, and union territories without assemblies. There are three setups in India. As far as states are concerned, when India got independence, we saw that Indian Parliament got a member of parliaments reserved for those Anglo-Indians because Britishers were leaving and their ancestors were here. So Anglo-Indians were reserved in Parliament. Now, as far as union territories with assembly seats are concerned, Puducherry got independent in 1962. Jawaharlal Nehru government at that point of time got a new article in Indian Constitution, and then by that virtue, it got this power, Article 239A of the Indian Constitution, and allowed nomination of people in the Puducherry Assembly. Now, it was challenged by Congress party before Madras High Court and then Supreme Court. Honorable Supreme Court has categorically passed a verdict in favor of central government, saying that central government is not required to consult the state government when nominating MLAs. It was very clear as far as Supreme Court's judgment. Now, Puducherry has a very similar significance as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. Why? Because Puducherry was under colonial rule till 62, as in foreign rule till 62. Jammu Kashmir, part of Jammu Kashmir is still under power of Pakistan and China currently. Second comparison between two union territories are these both are union territories with a chief minister and an assembly. So we need to understand, and I disagree with my fellow lawyer here, is that a governor is very different from an LG. LG is a direct representative of union government, which is there to support and to administer the government. Just 1 second, Shreyaji, 1 second. One important aspect we need to understand: why these 5 members are nominated there. My fellow lawyer was saying that we can keep a separate, we can reserve those seats and let those people contest there. Who will contest? In 1990s, we have seen that there was exodus and genocide of Kashmiri Hindu population. In Maharashtra state of Indian government, Indian Union territory, Indian Union, in Maharashtra, there is a reservation for these Kashmiri Pandits. So why not keep those nominated seats for these Kashmiri Pandits? And then what about women? How many women representation we do have in Kashmir Assembly? And last part, the Pakistan occupied Kashmir is an illegal occupation as cleared by Honorable Home Minister in Parliament itself. And they said that they want to...
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, that's not the point. The point is who has a say in the appointment of these 5 nominated members. Tauseef